the Sustainability Management Master's Program, you are answering one simple question. Do you care about your future generation? If you care about your kids, their grandkids, then you care about sustainability. And a sustainability manager is someone who has the tools to make people understand how they can contribute towards developing a sustainable world. We have both part-time and full-time students. Our curriculum is 30 hours. Instead of thesis, we have a research project course and a seminar course which provides them with the kind of research background they will need to be successful in their job. But at the same time, sustainability is not always everything about environment. It also relates to the business. They will take a sustainable business strategies course. They will take a project management course. Most of these courses are going to be taught by industry people, the people who are doing sustainability on a daily basis as a part of their job. Any organization that has a large number of employees and has a physical infrastructure, they will have to have a sustainability office. If you have the passion to develop and maintain a sustainable world, come to us and we will help you shape your passion into a career which will create an impact.
It's really a great pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Derek Mack. Derek is the founder and CEO of 99 Bridges, a technology company providing sustainability solutions to power the transition to a circular economy. He created a software platform called Mosaic, a system built to enable the circular lifestyle management of reusables. Prior to 99 Bridges, Derek spent over 21 years at Cisco. He led multiple business functions, including sales, marketing, and professional services. He was the senior director of global IoT and smart cities business development at Cisco. Derek has quite a few accolades. He was named top 10 most inspiring business leaders making a difference in 2021 by CIO View magazine. 99 Bridges was selected as an inaugural US Plastics Pact Reuse Catalyst Partner in 2023. Derek currently resides in California. He got his BSc degree in computer science from the University of Saskatchewan. Today, Derek will talk about how technology enables a circular economy for reusables at scale. Welcome, Derek. All yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining. And yes, today I'm going to share with you a very public environmental problem, which is single-use plastic, and how we at 99 Bridges believe technology can play a critical role to help address it. And again, my name is Derek Mack, founder and CEO of 99 Bridges. I am by no means an expert in the domain of sustainability. However, I met with a lot of really smart people in this domain of sustainability and experts over the course of my last few years starting up the 99 Bridges. What I found interesting is that most of them are not technology people. And that is why I think my background can add value into the equation. I am a technologist by training and by trade. The better part of my career at Cisco over 21 years taught me a lot of things, especially how to digitize the digital world. And now I want to spend the second half of my career to apply my knowledge and my learning to digitize circular economy. So I have 5 topics that I'd like to share with you today. The first one, which I assume that we have a diverse audience here joining the presentation. So some of you could be new to the subject, some of you could teach the subject. But for everyone's benefit, I want to first level set and share my thoughts on why the future needs to be circular. And then we'll go deeper into the reuse cycle, which I think is, in my view, a fundamental building block for the circular economy. The business model to support it, and then the role of technology to scale it. Then I want to close by offering the 3 bodies of knowledge, which we are constantly spending time to look at how do we balance them to really adapt and learn to make reuse a reality for our society. So with that, just a couple disclaimers. Standard practice. 99 Bridges makes no representation or warranty express or implied regarding the accuracy, completeness, reliability, and availability of the content. The use of the information is strictly for educational purposes. Any product names, logo, brands, and other trademarks or images featured or referred to within the presentation are the property of their respective trademark holders. Use of them does not imply any affiliation with or endorsement by them. Now, with that, let me set the context by playing a short video with you. So let me start with that. Oh, let me pause. I think I need to enable sound. Let me stop, and then I will come back in to enable the sound. Enable the sound sharing. There. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, let me start.
We're in a race to save ourselves.
You'd be crazy not to have anxiety around climate change right now.
We have this optimistic urgency that we have to get after things.
We are on a journey to make the most sustainable shoe ever.
We have been spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to reduce our carbon footprint.
We kept going back to this phrase called in situ utilization.
There's this idea in space exploration that if you're going to fly to the moon, fly to Mars, and stay there and do something, you have to create things with what you find there. Say there's no resupply mission coming to Mars, there's no resupply mission coming to Earth either.
Noah came in, one of the great insights he had was, hey, what do we have laying around?
What if waste becomes our future feedstock? What if it is actually the material that we use?
And that's really where the idea of Space Hippie was born out of.
We just started grabbing different things we already had and putting them together. We were looking at everything and saying, oh, it's like super spacey, but it's also really rough. There was something about it that was so different than anything I had seen us doing.
It made our factory partners very nervous.
Hey, are you serious? Are we gonna really making the shoes like that?
And they look weird, it's because they're made of trash.
We are working on what it means to create a fully closed loop economy.
Reuse of materials so that we aren't causing more damage to the planet.
Sustainability at Nike, though, is not new. We divert over 1 billion plastic bottles a year.
And so there's this duality of high performance but low impact.
If we don't start now doing something, then we might not have that future to actually get to.
Our job is also to help protect the future of sport.
Our job is to leave the world a better place.
So it does sound looks like a Nike commercial, but what a profound statement. Our job is to leave the world a better place. I guess I have to turn off that video.
Hello, my name is Sydney Thompson. I am from Dallas, Texas, and the concept of my sneaker was Threads of Survival.
I'm Bryce Wong, Dot Swoosh Virtual Footwear.
Apology, I have to find out where this
Threads of
video
Survival
is
is
showing right
essentially
here.
an expression of my story.
There you go.
I am a cancer survivor. I've been through a lot of different things.
Turn that off. Yes. Thank you. Let me come back to this. Yes. What a profound statement, right? So our job is to leave the world a better place. So according to United Nations, the current world population is roughly 7.6 billion, and it's expected to reach 8.6 by 2030, roughly 9.8 by 2050, and over 11 billion by 2100. So we don't need to be a rocket scientist to get this. The more our population grows, the more we will consume our planet's resources. And yet the planet resources are not infinite, and they don't grow and multiply as quickly as our population. So at some point, we know what's going to happen. We will not have enough resources to support the human population. That is unless we change the fundamental way of how we live. We are living in a linear economy right now. We make things, we use things, and then we create waste. Where did the waste go? Landfill, of course, most of them. So not only that we are not going to have enough resources to support the population growth, we will not have enough space for the waste. Now, I assume most of us have at least 2 garbage bins at home. The garbage bin for the regular garbage, and then there's a recycle bin. Did you notice that the recycle bin almost always have more stuff in it? And what do you see in the recycle bin most of the time? In my household, it is mostly plastic items, packaging, bottles, containers. Plastic is a very public and visible problem that we are facing today. Globally, the world produces 450 million tons of plastic, close to the weight of the entire human population of the planet. And about half of that is for single-use purpose, such as plastic packaging, bags, cups, bottles, food containers, tableware, utensils, you name it. And every year, we use 500 billion disposable coffee cups. 16 billion of them are used in the US. The plastic lining in these single-use containers can take up to 30 years to break down. Over 480 billion bottles are used in a single year worldwide. And in the US, we consume 50 billion of them. That is an average of roughly 13 bottles per month for every person in the US. Now let's take the math up another notch. The world uses 5 trillion plastic bags per year. That's 160,000 bags a second. 100 billion of them are used in the US, and every plastic bag has an average lifespan of only 12 minutes. But a single plastic bag can take up to 1,000 years to decompose. So what is the big deal? Well, only 9% of the plastic waste is recycled. That means over 90% of them end up in the landfill, and at least 14 million tons of plastic ends up in the ocean every year. And as many of you probably already know, plastic debris injures and kills fish, seabirds, marine mammals. Marine plastic pollution has impacted over 300 species worldwide. Clearly, what we thought once recycled to be the answer to the problem is not working. Other attempts recently, like chemical recycling, waste incineration, they are creating more environmental issues. So the real solution really is to bring about a new way of living. We use as many times as possible, and we produce with recycled materials as many times as possible. As you can see, that was the beginning with the Nike video. which now you see a lot of manufacturers are starting to do that. And what you see here now on this slide is pretty much the diagram that starting to understand the concept of circular economy, published by Ellen MacArthur Foundation in 2019. It is widely referenced to show the various circular paths for both biodegradable things like food and materials on the left side of the diagram, and the right side products such as your smartphone to maximize ways to reduce the impact to the environment. So the future must be circular, but there's a problem. Let me take a simplified view of reuse life cycle using plastic as an example. To make reuse a new normal for our society, reusables now has to be an asset that is trackable. So we have to be able to track the life cycle of the reusables, from manufacturing to warehouse, then to retail outlet, to the consumers who use and reuse them, and then they return them. The issue is now, let's where do the consumer return the reusables? Let's take the simple example of a coffee cup, right? When you buy a coffee at Starbucks, most of the time you are taking the coffee with you elsewhere. So where do you return the cup? And if it is not easy and convenient, you're going to toss it away like garbage when you're done with it. So to make reuse a reality, we need new infrastructures, such as return points. So let's say we figure out the return point issue. Now, who collects the reusables from the return points? Who cleans them and bring them back to into recirculation? And who recycle the no longer reusable assets to create a closed loop cycle? We call this the reverse logistics. When you think about the billions and the trillions of these single-use items in circulation, you will start to really understand and appreciate the complexity of enabling reuse at scale. So to enable reuse at scale, a new business model is needed to include things like return points for the reusables to be returned, and reverse logistics for collection, cleaning, and recirculation of the reusables back to the point of sale. Now, probably the most important takeaway of this slide is this: single use is a transactional model. Reuse is a service model. The single-use transactional model will shift to a reusable as a service model because it is the only economically viable model to make it practical and deployable. So at 99 Bridges, we actually attempted to find this solution and created a solution around this model. I'll give you a video on an example for the single-use plastic bags. Here's a video. Let me zoom this up.
We've developed a bad habit, using free single-use plastic bags when we shop. It's easy and convenient, but the single-use habit is no longer sustainable for our planet. To build a better future, Mosaic by 99 Bridges created a reusable retail bag system that makes reusable bags convenient, easy to remember, and rewarding for shoppers. Mosaic features a reusable bag equipped with a smart tag. our innovative bag teller machine for bag returns, and a mobile app for consumers to track rewards, reuses, and carbon offsets. Consumers register bags to their account and receive reminders to bring their bags shopping, recycle bags for rewards and borrowed bags for refund, and earn reward points every time bags are reused. Mosaic is powered by 99 Bridges, a California-based technology company creating innovative solutions for the circular economy. We want Mosaic to make reuse a way of life for consumers, retailers, and reusable vendors. Mosaic is a tool that helps remind and reward consumers for adopting smart reusables, a platform to help retailers track and manage data associated with the full circular life cycle of smart reusables, and an operating system for vendors to deliver a complete reuse business model.
We want to think about 99 Bridges as a technology company that solves sustainability problem that everybody can participate. So it's one small thing at a time.
With Mosaic, everyone can help save our planet.
So you're starting to see a holistic system to enable reusable as a service, which is necessary to act as a glue to connect new and existing businesses and organizations to form a new ecosystem, an ecosystem for reuse. This diagram sort of illustrate what that ecosystem look like to form the backbone of a new business model. I apologize, it's kind of an eye chart, but let me zoom into certain actors to help illustrate the points. So if you look at the right side of the diagram, which we have businesses here, these are the entities. Through them, we distribute the reusable items. They are existing businesses such as grocery store, grocery stores, retail outlets, hotels, university campuses, hospitals, restaurants, fast food chains, coffee shops, etc. And on the top and the bottom, you see the two entities to help customers discover the reusables as a new way of life. Two actors are essential: the marketing and the reward providers, to create the push and pull functions to engage customer in this closed loop service. Marketing provides the function of educating the customers. That's the push function. And while reward as the function to incentivize customers to reuse and get rewards. And that's the pull function. Now, moving to the left in the center, we have this label RAAS operator, reusable as a service operator. This is a new species that we're going to see more and more showing up in the market. This is the actor that brings the whole reusable as a service model to life. They provide the orchestration function and shield the complexity of the entire reuse life cycle from the businesses, the business entities, enabling a smooth transition from single use to reuse. Behind the RAS operator, the left side of the equation, the diagram, the actors that make the reuse model work, from manufacturers to forward logistics like the shipping companies, from collection cleaning services to the provider of recycling back to the manufacturers. So the RAS operator, which plays a very critical role, but it cannot function unless there is a technology actor to track the asset life cycles and to track the use and reuse data and the incentive value exchange. And that it leads us to this very important topic of the role of technology. It is actually everywhere. So technology is a core to enable the entire reuse life cycle, especially when we are talking about the scale of millions and billions of items. Every step in the reuse life cycle needs it. First, we have to apply technology to the reusable assets, the reusable items, to make them trackable. That is the domain of IoT, Internet of Things. Relevant technologies that we look at constantly, things like QR code, RFID, NFC, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular network, Ethernet. All of these are important considerations in the design of the whole system. Then there is hardware for the return points or the kiosks. They could be high tech or low tech return points or return kiosks. High tech return kiosks are network connected devices that interact in real time with the backend application in the cloud. Not all the locations have good network connectivities, as it turns out. So we learn in sort of in a hard way. And now edge computing architecture is coming into the equation and plays a role in our future releases. So we can continue to process transaction with or without the presence of the network. Software in both mobile computing and web-based applications are essential components to deliver a frictionless customer experience, and integration with existing business retailers, their own information system and point of sale system. So that level of integration is all in the software. Then there's cloud computing, which plays a key role in horizontally scaling the entire solution globally. So if you think about Amazon, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, Meta, these are all really good proof points of how the cloud infrastructure can handle the massive scale in a very short time frame. And then beyond that, you start to look at data, right? So what's the point of all the tracking if we don't take advantage of the data and use it, at least for three purposes? One, reporting the key for performance indicators such as consumer adoption rates. And then two, to understand activities, trends, and to project the future, like what's the reuse cycle time for different types of items. And then thirdly, to identify usage patterns to improve customer experience and loyalty. So those are the kind of the three basic categories. And we are, of course, in the midst of AI fever right now. Every day you turn on the TV and in news, especially in business news, you hear about the AI being used everywhere. So without data, there's really no AI. So data is the building blocks towards the AI. And you see news like Cisco last year spent $28 billion to purchase Splunk last week. So if you think about that, with Splunk, now Cisco can play into the AI arena. Otherwise, it is just a data pipe company. And of course, I mean that in the most respectful way, because as John Chambers used to say, Cisco is a plumbing business for the information highway. So the same principle would apply here. The asset tracking and machine data are really valuable as building blocks for AI-based discoveries in the realm of reuse and circular economy. And since we're dealing with data that connects with people, information security is paramount, especially in today's hypersensitive environment. both from a privacy and cybersecurity perspective. So if you look at this laundry list of technology that needs to be applied to form the solution, and putting them together in a very seamless way is not an easy task. The diagram here on the slide really is our implementation of this holistic system we call Mosaic. The very essence of Mosaic resides in the name, that it means the interconnect pieces that are converging to form the unified whole. And that's how we think of it. Now, let me give you some of the examples of Mosaic in action. So we recently deployed a solution in Target and CVS in New Jersey, not pretty close to you guys, with the reusable bag system that allow people to return the reusable bags. And here's what it looks like.
The bag drop, powered by 99 Bridges, is designed to make it easy for customers to return participating reusable bags for a cash refund. This bag with the QR code on the top left corner will be accepted at all bag drops. To return a bag, hold the QR code approximately 3 inches from the scanner located on the front of the bag drop and scan the QR code. The bag's identification will appear on the screen. Scan all bags that you'd like to return, then press Done. The bag drop's return slot will open. Simply drop the bags into the bag drop and press Done after all the bags are returned. The bag drop will process the transaction and provide a cash refund from the cash dispenser. Please be patient, as this can take up to 20 seconds. That's it.
That's the first sample. The second example I want to share is the one that is provided to a reusable as a service operator in UK, enabling Marks and Spencer to use refillable aluminum bottles for their home care products, like cleaning solutions or dishwashing liquid. A customer, when they return the bottle, the Marks and Spencer, the bottles get collected and sent back to the factory to fill in new products, and the bottles are getting refilled and reused over and over again. And when the customer return them, they get a voucher that is a coupon that they can apply to their next purchase. So it is in production right now, and that we are expanding into 2024 with more stores supporting it. In fact, Marks and Spencer is in 2024, they are going to select one store that they will have 100% reusable packaging for everything as a pilot, and that is very ambitious. So I'd love to see that working. So the second and the fourth and the third and the fourth samples here are not yet in production, but is in the planning phase, both in Canada and UK, to enable reusable retail bags and reusable beverage cups at Shake Shack in UK. And so these are examples of what we believe the system, the holistic system, can really enable and help consumers change the habit. And I believe we are in a very early cycle of this transition to a circular economy, and we are continuing to learn and adapt to our solution to different scenarios. So in closing, what I'd like to offer three bodies of knowledge that we are constantly spending time on evaluating. The first is about behavioral science. So how do we apply behavioral science into this solution? Because the real problem is really not the reusables, not the bags, not the cups, not the bottles. It's us, it's our own habit. How many times we go to the grocery store but forget to bring a reusable bag? It is not the lack of will, but we just need a tool to help people build a new habit, incentive to help people build a new habit. And data science, the very concept of data science assume that there's a large quantity and velocity of data as a sample size, right? If the business is not committed to jumping both feet and keep piloting on the edges, the data won't make sense. And because the sample size is not big enough for them to make sense of it. So that's an important part of our evolution and continually asking the businesses to really take a bold step in moving in this direction. And of course, the last piece of the equation, computer science, everything is applicable in technology. And we can use the latest and the most advanced technology and apply to the equation. The question is the balance of cost and precision. For example, we can put a GPS chip into every reusable items, but then the chip itself would cost more than the reusable itself. So that wouldn't make sense. So with that, I want to thank you for listening. We are actually finalizing a white paper in the title of Reusable Redefined, Fostering Loyalty in a Circular Economy. So feel free to drop me an email. I will send you a free copy. Thanks for listening.
All right. That was a very interesting presentation. Thanks, Derek. Now I'm going to open the floor to questions, but before I do so, let me remind you that Khalid is going to open a breakout room after the Q&A session.